they have been racing against what we call time to get the AI hive mind control system in place before enough people have woken up to bring it down and stop it happening. That's why it's all got suddenly very, very much quicker and rushed, because COVID put many people to sleep, but it awakened, in the process of awakening, as you rightly say, enormous numbers of people as well. And people were starting to question reality, question what they thought about the world before and how they thought it worked. And they were starting to become more and more open to the fact that actually there's something in the shadows that's running all this.
Writer and broadcaster David Icke warns that there's a race against time to implement a sinister artificial intelligence system aimed at controlling humanity. According to Icke, those behind this shadowy agenda are moving at an alarming pace because they fear too many people are becoming aware of their plan. They're desperate to solidify this system before enough people wake up and take action to stop them. Stay tuned until the end of the video as David Icke reveals more about this plan and those responsible for it. Before we continue with the rest of the video, do check out Daily 5-Minute Crypto Newsletter with all the latest crypto and Bitcoin news. It's a fantastic analysis of on-chain crypto data and breakdowns, and the best part is it's absolutely free. They'll cover expert predictions, breakdowns of on-chain crypto data, and any breaking news you need to know, all in a nutshell. Click the first link in the description and enter your email to join over 50,000 others in becoming a better crypto investor right now.
One of the things that I've learned over the years, in fact a long time ago, is how absolutely bloody ruthless this cult is. While you're serving it, you'll get the benefits. But the moment you become either surplus to requirements with the opportunity or chance that you might spill the beans, or what you're doing or what you've been caught doing offers the opportunity, as with Epstein, of the whole thing coming out, well, they'll just delete you. But it's possible, I guess. It depends how high in the hierarchy he was. I don't suspect he was that high. But either's possible. But the outcome is the same. The court hearings didn't take place, and the information was safe. But we just have to keep going, because the great revelation of this whole global cult that I've been exposing since 1990 is within the Epstein story, if the real stuff comes out. I mean, this whole area of transforming the human body into what they call human 2.0 is a fundamental central part of this whole agenda. And you will have, therefore, the various operatives involved in this area in various ways. And clearly, Epstein was really focused on this sort of thing. And as for the tunnels and what went on under the ground, this is where most of it happens, whether it's on Epstein Island or whether it's the massive number of what they call DUMBs, deep underground military bases across America and many other countries. They obviously seek to hide from the public gaze what they're doing, and what better way of doing that than doing it underground. And that's where a lot of Satanism goes on. And this is another point that I would bring up in relation to Epstein. It's very clear when you look at the evidence that Satanism was part of this. And I was researching the whole Savile story, and I was told that he was very much into Satanism. And for reasons I talk about in the books, pedophilia and Satanism, it is very, very connected. At the core of both global rings, they do absolutely connect, for reasons I explain. And so when the Savile story broke, I'm waiting for the Satanism story to come out, just in case it might. And it did, but only in a very, very small way, and then it was gone. And the part of this Epstein story will also involve Satanism. But once you start going down that road, well, then the whole web opens up. So that's why we've not heard about it, except just briefly here and there. And that needs to come out as well. I wrote in my last book, The Dream, which I finished in around June of 2023, about how I was getting more and more concerned about the way the alternative media is being hijacked, and how certain names have come forward who weren't there before. Alex Jones is an exception. He's been around a long time. But those came forward, and suddenly they were under the lights. The spotlight was on them. I'm talking about people like Andrew Tate, Tucker Carlson, Russell Brand, Jordan Peterson, Joe Rogan, and they basically have taken over the center stage of the alternative media, which didn't exist when I started out in 1990 and for quite a long time after that. And I watched it appear and I watched it grow, and I was delighted to see it. And, you know, the more people that are putting this information out, the better. What I'm seeing, however, is the system moving in to take it over and to build basically a barricade that says here and no further, and won't push on to the really deep levels that we need to understand to grasp the real scale of what's happening. And it's not, shall we have Trump, or shall we have Biden, or shall we have DeSantis? It's not, shall we have Starmer, or shall we have Sunak? And it's not at the political and financial level even, important as they are. It's much, much deeper than that. And what I've watched as this, what I call barricade brigade has taken over, is that my work and what I've been doing for the last, coming up now 34 years, I'm in 34th year, has been marginalized in the sense that the mainstream alternative media, the MAM as I call it, just won't go there, won't talk about it, won't mention me. And even though I've been doing it for decade after decade after decade. And, you know, you've got Tucker Carlson, he'd never think of interviewing me. Joe Rogan refuses to interview me and has all along. And the question is not, you know, why aren't they interviewing me? I'm special. It's given how long I've been doing it and the depth to which I go in terms of what this conspiracy really is, I'm an obvious person to talk to. You may not agree with what I say, whatever, but I'm an obvious person to talk to by those people. But it doesn't happen. What they tend to do is just interview themselves. What we have to do is we have to, remain truly independent. And we have to go where the information takes us, irrespective of preconceived idea. Now, if you are connected to a religion, for instance, you have a religious belief system, then there's going to be areas of research, if you're in the alternative media, that you're not going to go because of how it might kind of unravel your religious belief system. If you have a political belief system, like you are, quote, of the right, or you're a Republican or whatever, then there are areas that you're not going to go into if that undermines that belief system as well. So what you have to really continue down the rabbit hole is to understand, whatever we think we know, there's always more to know. And also have a mind that's open, that allows all possibility to be explored. And I don't see that in much of the, what I call mainstream alternative media. There are some great people outside of that core, if you like, that don't get interviewed either, don't get consulted either, who are doing some great work that have my tremendous support. But this inner core is a real problem, I think, because it's taking over. And one of the things, or one of the people, or perhaps the person who is basically at the top of this takeover hierarchy is Elon Musk. And, you know, Alex Jones has done some great work over the years exposing what's happening at the level that he operates at. And I say round of applause for that. And it's great that he's done. But when I see him more recently, I don't see someone of true independence, and I don't see someone who works in and of himself instead of looking up to others as almost like figures of worship. And I don't think that's too much of an exaggeration, or an exaggeration at all, given some of the things that have gone on recently. I found it interesting that Alex is not allowed onto Twitter X by Musk. And then suddenly Tucker Carlson, who is using X for his videos, interviews Alex Jones. And you'll remember I said to you when that news came out, he'll be back on X very shortly. And it was a matter of days. So, okay, Musk put out some ludicrous poll, let the people speak. Oh, come on. As I said on his own Twitter X platform, it's a game. You're going to let him back. Stop going through this ritual and just let him back. But they went through the ritual. Oh, the people have spoken. And the day that Alex got back on the platform, not only that, he's doing a live spaces with Elon Musk. What? How did all this happen so fast if it wasn't orchestrated by some force?
David Icke warns that the alternative media is being manipulated and taken over, becoming just as controlled as the mainstream media. He claims that what was once an independent space is now influenced by powerful forces, with Elon Musk positioned at the top. According to Icke, genuine independent thinkers who are uncovering real truths are being sidelined, while attention is being directed toward those aligned with a hidden agenda. He cites a suspicious example involving Alex Jones and Twitter, noting how quickly Jones was reinstated on the platform after an interview with Tucker Carlson. Icke believes Musk's public poll on Jones's return was merely for show, suggesting the entire event was premeditated, with a darker, orchestrated force pulling the strings behind the scenes. For more Daily Dose Crypto news, check out these 2 awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.